You'll know you're done when you start breaking a sweat. Welcome to Cooking with Nanu. Today we're going to be making some chapatis. For the ingredients we have 2 cups of water, a cup of milk, an egg, 1/4 cup of cooking oil, 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and some all-purpose flour. We also have a rolling pin, a whisk, spatula, and a bowl. Let's start cooking. Now we're gonna add the ingredients. We're gonna put the wet ingredients first and then the dry ones. Let's get started. Gonna mix this. Just whisk it really nicely. And then we'll add the sugar and the salt. This is sugar. Then now we're gonna start adding the flour. Just little by little. It's getting thicker. Soon we're gonna lose the whisk here and go into the spatula. See how it gets nice and thick here. At this point, I'm gonna get rid of this whisk here. In Kenya, we eat chapatis during special occasions like Christmas, birthdays. That's when all this is done. So we always would look forward to having them. So now you can see it's getting really thick. Okay, I'm gonna mix this a little bit more before I place it on the counter here and start kneading it with my hands. So you can see now it's pretty hard. I'm gonna go ahead and transition to that. You can just drop it. See on there like that. Get some flour here. And just start kneading it. That's that. You're gonna keep adding the flour until it doesn't stick on your hands, until the dough is nice and, I wanna say, firm, not sticky. You get to kind of work out while you're doing this. It involves some ab and arm muscles here. And we are ready here. We're ready for the next step. Now I'm gonna prepare the dough for cooking. I'm gonna divide it up into little balls and start oiling them. So you kind of tug on it, pull it a little bit. So you're gonna be making small balls. That way you have a nice round chapati, and you don't want it too thick. You want it like a skinny chapati, so your balls are not that big. All right, so to estimate the size of the chapatis, what you can do is use like 2 fingers. You grab it with 2 fingers like that, and then you just cut it. And that should give you a nice sized chapati. And I'll start rolling out. So you don't have to worry about the shape here. You just want to stretch it out so you get the oil in there. And once you do that, you place it on the board over here. And then you get your oil. Usually rub it in with my fingers. You want to make sure it's nicely oiled. Don't worry about how much oil you put on there. And then you kind of let it kind of swing or wait, not for too long because it kind of splits because it's nice and soft. And this is how you get the layers on your chapati, by letting it kind of sag. Once you get it like that in those, you see those layers there, then you start rolling it into a little ball here. So you just kind of go like that. When you're eating them, you just rip it and there's this beautiful layers. That's the trick. Now we're gonna go to the final step. We're gonna go ahead and place each one of them into the flour, roll them out into a nice circular shape, and then cook them. So this is my lucky chapati pan. I have used it for a very, very long time. I have mastered, everything about it when it comes to the temperature and everything. So anytime I have to make chapatis, this is it. I feel lost without it. So when you place the chapati in there, you let it first cook dry, just brown it a little bit on the bottom. So I'm gonna check it. And you wanna let it at least start getting those brown patches of it cooking, and then that's when we're gonna turn it. And see brown spots on there. Once you turn it, you wanna put some oil on here, so that keeps your that cooks your chapati really well and also keeps it nice and soft. So once you flip it, you oil it, and you'll do the same to the other side, and then you'll cook those sides, and then it'll be ready. So you're gonna make sure your oil is well distributed, and just push down on the bubbles here. This helps cook the inside really well. So anywhere you see like it rising, kind of go ahead and push it down. Once you put the oil and flipped it, it doesn't take long to cook. So you wanna just make sure you don't wait too long. And you just turn it again, see how it's browned really well. Give it a few seconds here, and then that one will be ready. So another important thing is you want to make sure each time they come from the pan, you place them at the bottom. So you lift up the other chapatis, get it at the bottom. That's going to help get rid of the oils, all the oils on them, and keep the chapatis really nice and soft. Now we're done with the chapatis. So here goes the end product. Nice and soft, you can kind of bend it around. And what I want to do now is the layer test. Remember earlier I talked about folding it, oiling it, and kind of fold it in such a way you had like layers. Time to check them out and see if they really came out. So what you do is you want to just rip it. Look at that. See that? Get to see those layers in there. That's what you're looking for. You can enjoy your chapati with a stew, curry, or even a cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever you like. Enjoy.